Alright, with an update here. I think now is as good a time as any as I'm finally here. It's been a couple weeks. Got some parts ordered. First thing I did is I was able to find a set of matching hood emblems, and they have all the studs and everything on there. And just put them in there, and then I just used some clear silicone, glued it in. Got this one on this side. The UPS, or the post office, see, broke it in shipping, but I glued it, and they gave me some insurance money on the package. And so I got these pretty cheap after that. They look pretty good on there. If you can notice, the back of the truck is lower. I just wrapped that up a couple minutes ago. So let me see if I can't show you what I did. You see that? It's about 4 inches lower. Let's try and crawl underneath the truck. You can see that the axle's up higher and it's blocked, and the shock hanger, the shock mount, and the spring hanger, or whatever you want to call it, for the axle where the U-bolts mount, is quite a bit lower. It's a little tight to get under the truck. Oh my god. But we have a 4-inch block in there. It's tapered, and we got longer U-bolts. U-bolts are 3 1/4 inches to go over the axle tube, and they're 12 5/8 long. I got them from uboltsdirect.com. I think they're like $60 with all the hardware, nuts, washers, everything. Same with this side. Nice powder coated blocks I got off eBay. They were like $30 or something. And I don't know if you can see it, the drive shaft angle hasn't really been affected too much. So let me weasel out of here. Oh. So now I gotta lower the front of the truck to match the rear, and I don't want to cut the spring out of the front. Well, I'm gonna cut some of the spring out. I don't want to take too much out of the spring in the front, then it's gonna ride like shit. So what I'm gonna do is probably order a set of 2-inch drop spindles, so that'll bring the wheel up 2 inches higher. Works kind of like how a block would work in the rear. So that would be up higher, and then I think I can get away with cutting the spring and taking 1 inch off of that, so then it won't really affect any ride. So it'll be a 3 and 4 drop, and I think it'll look really good there. I like the way the rear is sitting. It's about how I wanted it to sit. And I'm running around here, I'm out of breath. But right now, I was going to start working on this. This is a heater kit off Summit. You see the in and the out. It doesn't matter which one's which on this kit, but the bigger heater matters. So basically, let me grab some of the parts. It has 2 of these brackets, and they mount on the sides. I guess you can go. They slide on there a little bit. You have a little bit of adjustment where you can go like that, and then get some wiggle room there with some bolts. So basically, I got some hose clamps here. What I'm gonna do is use the factory holes right there, if you can see them with the light shining through, where the factory heater core poked through. And I'm gonna mount that in the cab, shove the hoses through here, and then run the hoses real nice. And what I'm going to try and do is, you can see where the heater core hoses got to go, right here. So I'm going to, where this U is, I'm going to try and pull the hose on and off real fast and try and hose clamp it down real fast and hopefully not lose a lot of coolant. Then bleed the system again, and we should get some heat inside the truck. So it comes with this wiring harness. Basically, it has a ground that mounts to the chassis, and this is 3 wires, low, medium, and high speed. So then 3 wires come out of that when you connect it. It goes like this. So if I remember correctly, this is power all the time, so I would have to run a different wire. So that would have a 12 volt go into it. You'd fuse it, relay it. This would be low, medium, high, and then this one's not used. And comes with some mounting hardware. This goes over the switch. So I've got to find a spot in the cab to mount the actual switch. Right here is where my battery is located, so probably got to put the switch somewhere over on this side. And I don't know how I'm going to mount the heater yet, because the floor comes up here in the brackets, so the heater's going to want to point down. I'd like to mount it here, so maybe I'll run some bolts through the glove box and mount it here so it faces the passenger, and it'll heat the whole cab up. Also, what I was working on right before I started to put the heater in, I had another tube of seam sealer, and it's hard to show. And I just went around all the windows and underneath the dashboard. All in here, there's this seam here. You can see a little daylight through it from outside when you have the hood popped and you have a light under the hood. You can see daylight through there in this corner too. So I just went around and seam sealed that. Could probably use another tube. I went on that side too, but to get it perfect, I don't think it's ever going to be 100%, but I'll do that another time. We'll see how it is after it's on the road. And so I'm going to work on getting some heat in the cab. I think I'll just do an update when the heat's in and different brackets are mounted. I think I'm going to put a separate video up of how to mount the Summit heater. Yeah, I got that off. I forgot. I don't know if I mentioned it, but it came off Summit Racing. It was $150. So, I mean, that'll probably be a separate video of the heater 100% install and working. I'm gonna finish up this update for now. Heater's mounted. I just got these bolts hanging in there. I can go with a shorter one eventually, but I might build a bracket off these bolts to hold a radio inside here, so I think I'm gonna leave them for now. We got the hoses through there. I drilled a hole for the switch and mounted it, and got the hoses ran, and they're hose clamped onto there, and we didn't lose too much coolant, so that's not too bad. Next I'm going to run the wires to the switch, and then I have this on here because I'm going to have to let it warm up and get some, it's going to suck some coolant down once it bumps through the new heater core. So that's going to be the update for now. And then next time we're going to have the heat working, hopefully, and I'd like to figure a way to lower the front. I'm going to look into drop spindles tonight. Maybe I'll order those and then have another update in a couple days. They should take a couple days to get here. And I also think if this gets lower, I'm going to have to push the wheel out just a little bit with spacers. I wanted to do those anyway, but I think the top of the tire is going to come into where this slopes down. So I think if I push it out just a little bit, it'll be fine. I even think it'll be fine like that, but That's the update.